Hello, and welcome to this video about creating teacher documents, including lesson plans, which we'll create in this video. Once you log in, you'll find your dashboard, and to create a lesson plan or any other teacher document, select Create with Braina and Braina Teacher Docs. This will bring you to the Create Documents page. It defaults to lesson plans, and we will start with this. There are many other types of documents you can create, assignments, quizzes, and so on. Today, we'll concentrate on the lesson plan. The grade defaults to grade 8 because our test teacher signed up and told us that he teaches grade 8 mostly. And the subject is communication and language, which again, the teacher indicated that that is their primary subject area. This particular teacher's curriculum aligns with Ontario, Canada. So the first thing to do when creating a lesson plan is to select a course. You'll notice that the Ontario curriculum courses come up for language, and we'll select language in grade 8. Here we get the learning outcomes modal. It says Braina, our AI backend, found Ontario, Canada learning outcomes for language grade 8 to map to this lesson plan. You'll need to select a subject area to help Braina search and identify particular outcomes. If language grade 8 Ontario is not the course you are looking for, change the subject or change the course in the select list. We'll click OK. So for this subject area, we're going to select writing, developing and organizing content, because we're going to concentrate the theme of this lesson on writing a 5-paragraph essay. So we'll select this. This will bring up the Ontario outcomes for language grade 8. Braina tries to help you by searching for the subject area here and finds these lesson outcomes from Ontario. We will select Generate, gather, and organize ideas and information to write for an intended purpose and audience. You'll notice that when you select the outcomes, they appear here in the list. So what you're essentially doing is mapping the outcome to the lesson plan that Braina, our AI, will create. The lesson plan theme is, hey, what's this lesson about? Is it phonics, multiplying fractions? What is mitosis? In this case, we're going to say that it's going to be about how to create a 5-paragraph essay. It defaults, as you can tell, to the outcomes that you selected. However, a more concise theme might be in order. How to write a 5-paragraph essay. We're going to write in this language, English, and if we want to translate it, we can. In this case, we won't. Here's an interesting thing. Would you like to use your templates for this document? Yes or no? If your school has a particular type of template that's required for lesson plans or quizzes or what have you, you can upload a template and our Braina system will try and write the lesson plan to fit your template. Here you can add any extra information or fine details for Braina to try and do the very best job in creating this lesson plan. To create the lesson plan, you click Create Lesson Plan. It says Braina is now processing the lesson plan, and this may take up to 3 minutes. So we'll give it some time because Braina is doing quite a bit of work here. She's trying to find the outcomes for Ontario that meet the ones you selected and augmenting with any other outcomes that might be related in the Ontario language communications and language curriculum. Okay, it's back. So it says save. If you want to save this lesson plan to your documents area, you'll need to click the green save button which appears at the bottom. We'll click OK. And here you'll see here's the lesson plan. You can clean it up if necessary by just editing the document itself. So it says lesson plan, grade 8 language, writing, developing, and organizing content. The Ontario, Canada curriculum. The topic is how to write a 5-paragraph essay. 60 minutes, generate and gather. Here are the steps. Some formative assessment with a quiz for 5-paragraph essays if you want to have a quiz at the end of the lesson. Here's the Ontario Learning Outcomes referenced. And there's handout, structure of a 5-paragraph essay, introduction, first body paragraph, second, and so on, and a conclusion. And there's video links, how to improve your essays, how to write a 5-paragraph essay, and so on. And these are certainly reachable by just clicking. Also, if you print it as a Word document, which you can, the links are in the Word document so you can reference for your student. So make this lesson available to students, yes or no, if you're not quite ready. You can save the lesson plan. If you do, you'll see that the lesson plan will be saved back to your document area, and also there's a Word document that's produced with the lesson plan on it. We'll just wait for that for a second. Enable some editing. So here is the Word document of the lesson already ready. Let's close this. Now, sometimes with the lesson plan you might need more supporting materials. So if you want, you can get lesson support materials. You might want something to hand out to the students, something for them to work on, a worksheet of some type. So let's say we select Get Lesson Support Materials. So it says you have saved lessons. That's the lesson you just created. You can create documents like handouts, worksheets, activities, etc. to implement your lessons. If you select lessons, the document will be associated with the selected lesson. So if you create a handout for this particular 5-paragraph essay lesson, it will be associated with that lesson. However, you do not need to select the lesson. You could, for example, simply request a worksheet to help teach any topic. Let's click OK for now. So once again, we have the lesson plan, support, and worksheets is selected. This is the actual lesson plan we just created. So we'll move down. This is just for our reference. We could read over it because we may be revisiting this later at a later time in a couple of weeks or a month or something. So if you want support documents, you can describe the type of support document you need, i.e. a worksheet or a handout. For example, write a class handout that lists 10 action verbs and 10 objectives. In this case, we're going to say, write a worksheet that students would fill to create a 5-paragraph essay. Again, you can revisit the outcomes if you want. Select the language, it's English by default, and we'll create the lesson support documents here by clicking the Create Lesson Support Document button. So what's happening now is the AI, Braina, is going back, fishing out the lesson plan that you selected, and trying to fulfill your request by creating a worksheet or a handout that you could use during this lesson. And we'll wait. Sometimes it could take up to 2 or 3 minutes to do this. So okay, we're back. We'll click OK. Sometimes Braina will respond with HTML. You'll see these weird or interesting looking codes. To clear this up, you just decode and this will move away. This sometimes happens. Worksheet, creating a 5-paragraph essay. Choose one of the following topics and create the outline of your essay. Are exams good? Should school have uniforms? Influence of technology in our lives, and so on. So they're creating a worksheet with some topics. Here's a template, introduction, thesis statement, and so on. And here's the activity and a handout. We'll save this lesson support, which gets associated with your lesson that you created earlier. Again, it can be a Word document once you save. We'll enable editing, and you'll see this is quite an elaborate handout for your students, so you can manage the lesson plan. And that's it for creating lessons and lesson support material, and we'll see you again in a later video.